Yeah, it's tough to get down early, but we got to fight. I thought our bats early in the game were okay. We hit 3 balls right on the nose in the first inning. Just that didn't have anything to show for it. And then as the game rolls along, I think at some point guys try to do a little bit too much, and we just need to stay with our approach and pass the baton. That's what we always talk about, and just have good at bats.
Okay, down here in the front on the right.
Yeah, Rob, you guys over the last couple of years have been a team that really grinds pitchers, gets a lot of pitches. You've been having a lot of short innings. What do you think has kind of led to that?
Well, yeah, sometimes it's about chase in certain games, but sometimes it's the fact that guys are throwing strikes and you need to get good pitches that you want and use the middle of the diamond. That's what I always talk about. And again, try not to do too much.
Stay here on the right, Corey, in the middle.
Do you say anything in particular to the guys after a night like this, leading into tomorrow?
Well, I know it got out that I had spoken to the team, and it's just very simple. You come in here tomorrow. And I told them that's the most resilient club I've ever been around. It's what they're all about. They're all about toughness and fighting and playing together, and that's what we need to do, and just focus on one game.
The 6th inning tonight, you got the first 2 guys on, still a close game there. Did that feel like the chance there with the middle of the order coming up?
Yeah, and Schwarb gets doubled off the line drive. Casty hits the ball right on the nose and right at somebody. So, yeah, I thought that was possibly an opportunity to get back in.
Would you have Wheeler available out of the bullpen tomorrow?
I think everybody's available tomorrow.
We're going to stay here on the right in front.
Rob, what did you make of Austin Hayes' at bats tonight, and is there any chance Wilson's in there tomorrow?
Yeah, we got to talk about it tonight. But he looked a little rusty and a little off balance. Timing was off a little bit, but we'll talk about lineup later.
Okay, we're going to go right then next to you and stay here. Yep.
Rob, beyond the hitting and so forth, what do you think about your bullpen right now?
Yeah, it's they're putting good at bats against them. I don't think we're executing pitches. To tell you the truth, I thought Alvarado was good until he got hit in the foot. He said it didn't bother him, but who knows? But yeah, they're putting good at bats against our bullpen. That's for sure.
Okay, we're going to go back to Matt in the back there, on the right.
That 6th inning, that at bat from Bryce, did you think that was an uncharacteristic 3 pitches there for him swinging all?
Yeah, I think that's just a situation where he's trying to do too much. Trying to get put the club on his shoulders, and again, it's about passing the baton and relying on your teammates.
Okay, anything else for Rob? Okay, Matt, one more.
Nola ended up facing Alonso there for the 3rd time. What made you want to stick with him there, and why do you think he just lost his command there in the 6th?
I don't know. It's a good question. But I thought his stuff was still good. Velocity was still good. I know he'd walked Nimmo, the hitter, before, but I felt like we had a chance there to get a double play ball out of Alonso, and I thought probably Nola was the best guy to get it.
Well, as a group, this is the closest to death we're ever going to get. So in a way, we should feel the most alive. We're only promised tomorrow, and this is what we've been working since spring training for, to have this opportunity. And it's just one more time to show out and leave everything on the field, and however the dice is going to land, it's going to land.
What is your mental approach in terms of trying to flush this one, if that is the approach, and get ready for that backs against the wall mentality tomorrow?
I think it's, instead of just flushing it and forgetting it, I think right now it's really important to embrace what the situation is. We lose, we're going home. Baseball's over for us. And it's a great opportunity, because if we're able to come in and scrape out a win here, I know that they do not want to go back to Philly for a Game 5.
Is that something you guys will actually verbally talk about, on the bus going back to the hotel tonight, or is that just something you think is understood amongst each of you guys?
Rob came in, said some quick words to the team. All good stuff. But I think just it's going to be more talked about as we spend time together, whatever form that comes about. I'm sure that our conversations aren't going to be about fluff for the next however many hours we have until the start of this next game.
You know, the line out there in the sixth, I mean, just total disbelief on your part that.
Disbelief, no, because baseball is that game, right? More just like, shit, I can't believe that happened.
Nick, Ranger guys, you can't hit it anymore on the screws in that.
Which one?
The one in the sixth.
I mean, yeah, like he threw me a good changeup away. I stayed on it. I barreled it a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, first and third. You know, run scores, first and third, however it is. You know, it's a different situation.
Yeah, from the ninth, threw the ball really well. I think he's been throwing the ball really well. It's late, so he got us today, beat us. Obviously, you know, we had some situations, me personally as well, didn't come through and didn't let it happen. So just got to go get him tomorrow.
How frustrating was that bat there in the sixth inning in terms of you know, where you're looking for a certain spot and didn't get it, or too aggressive?
No, I mean, he just made some good pitches. You know? First pitch changeup, thought it was a really good pitch to hit, and then you know, threw me 2 banger sliders. So.
How does the mentality shift when you know tomorrow is a win or go home?
Just got to win. You know, I think we've done that all year, so just got to go out there, get Quintana, and win a game.
Rangers been a really good playoff pitcher for you guys. He hasn't pitched well lately. He hasn't pitched much lately. You know, what's your team mindset behind Ranger going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, all the confidence in the world in him. Obviously, we got to win, so we expect the best out of him tomorrow. Expect the best out of our bullpen, and expect the best out of our offense as well. So, got to go out there and plug some hits along, get some runs up there, and let Ranger do his job.
Do you guys have to remind yourselves that the narrative can change quick this time of year? If you win tomorrow, you're back home with Wheeler on the mound for Game 5.
We just got to win tomorrow. You know, we don't want to look ahead or do any of that. It's a really good team over there. Quintana's had a great year, so just got to win tomorrow.
How important was it for them to get that early lead today?
I mean, in this series, I don't necessarily think it's huge. You know, obviously they scored a little bit more than we kind of bite off or chew back. But you know, I don't playoff baseball so crazy, man. It doesn't. I don't think it really matters 1-0, 2-0.
The first inning, you guys hit like 3 balls on the screws, all for out. So you're sitting there at that moment thinking that's a good sign, or are you sitting there thinking, oh no, that's not good luck?
I mean, obviously, whenever you take good swings, you get out. It's kind of the way of the game sometimes. But you know, when you take those 3 swings, you're thinking, hey, you know, we got a chance today to go out there and do some damage. But obviously, Naya, you know, he went out there and threw a great game to the cap.
The third inning at bat, it looked like we just missed that 0-1 pitch.
I mean, just miss or not miss, I mean, it just didn't get the job done.